Good day, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Make sure my audio's working. I have had some trouble with my audio here. Um, Started yesterday. It's gotten worse today. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on. But hopefully, the issue is ironed out. So thank you for tuning in today. I do greatly appreciate it. We're going to be continuing on with, well, first let me apologize for the late start. Like I mentioned, some technical issues, and I was talking to a friend, and took a little bit longer than anticipated, and so it's a little bit late getting started here, but we're off and running now. But my apologies. So today we're going to be continuing on with Knights of the Old Republic 2. We've got to be getting pretty close to the end here. We've got one planet left, and things have got to start coming to a head. I'm enjoying the game though. So only one, major glitch we ran into set us back a little bit, but I, kind of sped run through the portion, was able to get it squared away. So not dissimilar to what happened with Max Payne when there was a glitch there that wouldn't let me continue on with the game either. So that's just to be expected when you're playing, games that are almost 20 years old or older. So let's go ahead and get into it here. And since I'm kind of running behind, I didn't really have a chance to get my pre-stream meal done, so I'm going to be snacking while I'm going through here. Hopefully my fan isn't blowing on my mic there. I think we're okay. All right, let's head to Dantooine. That's going to be our last stop. There we go. Yeah, I didn't think it would let me do that. Didn't think anything had changed. All right.
Has there been any word of her?
None yet. I do not understand why she displays such disobedience.
You know why. She bears the face of her mother.
She shames us all.
She has always brought shame upon us. In terms of combat, she is the least among us. Her stance always had too much passion about it.
Perhaps it is better that our sister chose exile rather than having it forced upon her.
That's it? Surprised there wasn't something more. Thought we would have had some more cutscenes.
Yes. Have you come with questions?
All right. Well, let's get out there then.
You'll find little welcome here, Jedi. For your own good, I recommend you speak to Administrator Adari, quickly finish your business in Kunda, and go.
Could you please answer some of my questions first?
I will answer your questions.
Who is Administrator Adair?
She was the agricultural administrator of Dantooine. After the Sith attack, she kept us together. Without her, the only thing you'd see around here are mercenaries.
Why are there so many mercenaries here?
We had problems with Mandalorian mercenaries even before the Jedi Civil War. The Jedi helped clear most of the problem up. But after the war, many soldiers from both sides of the conflict became mercenaries. And since we're so far from the core, some started gathering here.
Have the mercenaries caused any problems?
The difference between an out-of-work mercenary and a raider is a Vibroblade's edge. The only thing we can prove they've done is intimidate a few farmers. The farmers give them goods, money, or food just to stay on their good side. The only one that isn't scared of them is the administrator. There have also been a lot of disappearances recently, and not all of them can be blamed on Kath hounds. But nobody can prove the mercenaries are responsible.
Who's disappeared?
A farmer here and there, or a family. We lost enough people during the war that keeping the Kath hound and Kinrath populations under control hasn't been possible. So there are a lot of animal attacks. Some deaths, too. The disappearances might be just coincidence, but a lot of the stubborn folks seem to be more accident-prone.
Where is Kunda?
Kunda is the big building just outside the landing port. It used to be the estate of a man named Matali, but he and his family disappeared around the time of the bombardment. The administrator rebuilt it, and now this is our center of government.
This is your center of government.
I know it doesn't look like much, but there aren't many settlers that live on this planet. This building is the start of something new for us. We're very proud of it.
I'll be going.
Just head into the building and you'll find your way to the administrator. I'll be over by the entrance if you need anything else.
I hear you.
My life is yours.
All right.
Hey, get away from that door! The last time somebody messed with it, it was locked down for months before we could fix it.
Okay. So not the way in, I'm guessing.
Do you actually believe a Jedi would return here? After all they've done to us? They wouldn't dare.
They certainly would. You remember how they were. Always so superior, so arrogant, and never lending a hand when we really needed them.
I still don't believe it.
You should. My cousin's friend, he used to tend the gardens around the Enclave. He swears he saw a Jedi in Kunda. Could be hiding anywhere.
Well, I hope it's true. I hear there's a bounty on them, and we could certainly use the money.
Unless somebody beats you to it.
Welcome to Kunda. You're a salvager, right? You'll need to see Administrator Adare to get access to the ruins. If you need directions to anything else, just ask.
Where is the administrator?
Her office is directly behind this room. You really can't miss it. She can see you now if you like.
Your luck is not of the hapless settler. You are the newcomer that lands in a battered ship. Yes. No friendly greetings are here for you.
My ship isn't battered.
You act like I have insulted your woman. Your ship I haven't seen. But if it takes after you, it can't be in perfect condition. I am done being inconvenienced by you.
Yeah, rude little person.
A visitor. Please, come in. Welcome to Kunda. I am Administrator Turina Adari. You're the owner of the, ship that just landed?
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Assassin.
Depending on your business here, the pleasure may be mutual, but you didn't answer my question. Is that ship yours?
I came in that ship, yes.
And unless I'm much mistaken, that's the Ebon Hawk. That vessel has been on Dantooine before, during the war. That was a Jedi vessel.
Don't tell me you want to collect the bounty.
Of course not. I'm trying to stabilize an entire planet. An exchange bounty, no matter how abundant, is little use in that endeavor. But if a Jedi were here, that would best be kept secret. Right or wrong, our settlers blame the Jedi and their hidden enclave for their suffering. I remember the old Jedi Masters and the considerable help they lent to Dantooine. I still maintain discreet connections with Jedi. I suppose your arrival here is no coincidence.
What do you mean by that?
My friend, let's just call him Vrook. We've known each other for many years, and our continued friendship could create many problems in the current political climate. He came to Dantooine not too long ago. He was looking into something quite important. He's gone missing recently. Did he send for you in case something went wrong?
He didn't send for me, but I would like to meet with him.
Vrook and I had a mutually beneficial arrangement for several weeks. He went to the Jedi Enclave sublevel recently and hasn't returned. I know the sublevel is dangerous. I'm starting to fear the worst. Would you be willing to go to the ruins of the Enclave to look for him?
I will make it my first priority.
We are fortunate that you've come. Don't expect it to be easy, though. Things rarely are with Jedi. I will have one of the militia transmit permissions to the Enclave's security door. Go expecting danger, for you will most certainly find it there. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Can you tell me about the people of Dantooine?
Who do you want to know about? There are 3 groups of people on the planet right now. The settlers, salvagers, and the mercenaries.
I'd like to know about the settlers.
Dantooine is one of the younger worlds of the Republic. A couple of generations ago, this world was still untamed. We made great progress, in no small part due to the Jedi. But recently, we have been losing ground. During the war, the most prominent settler families either fled or were executed by the Sith. Losing their resources and the Jedi was too great a loss. But now we are organizing and starting to truly work together. Once we achieve that, I am confident that Dantooine can be safe and prosperous again.
You don't seem convinced by that.
No, I suppose I'm not. We need the Republic and always have. We aren't self-sufficient yet and we need aid. The fate of the Telos Project is intimately tied to our own. The most humanitarian elements of the Senate have put their careers at stake in the rebuilding of Telos. If those efforts succeed, their prominence will grow and further aid will be given freely. But if they fail, there are colder, more authoritative elements in the Senate that could come to power. They would think nothing of leaving the strategically unimportant worlds to their own devices. That would be a tragic day for Dantooine and many other worlds. The Republic is in flux. Its final shape is uncertain.
What are salvagers doing on Dantooine?
They are a necessary inconvenience. Money has been a great concern to us, ever since the Sandrals and Matalays were removed during the Jedi Civil War. The agricultural exports we produce just cover basic maintenance. To expand and prosper, we needed credits. So we had to exploit a valuable resource we had, the ruins of the Jedi Enclave. It was not a decision lightly made, and even then we couldn't do the work ourselves. too dangerous, and every settler matters on our small world. So we opened the door to enterprising salvagers. The salvagers you see now are the last remnants of that force. The tithe we took from their claims sustains what semblance of government you see now.
What are you going to do when the ruins are empty?
We plan on using those credits to improve production and protect our world. We have enough to sustain ourselves until more prosperous times.
And you coexist happily with them.
We tolerate their presence because we must, and they generally follow our laws. But their time is almost over. The Jedi Enclave's sublevel is the only place left with reasonable salvage, and it has too many dangers for them. The salvagers aren't warriors. Generally, they are out-of-work miners or cast-offs from other worlds.
What about the mercenaries?
Mercenaries have been a problem for Dantooine since the end of the Mandalorian Wars. When the Jedi Enclave was here, they were firmly kept in check. But now, relations are uneasy between us. Their leader, Azkul, was a Sith trooper during the war, and I have no doubt he was very good at his job. Until they find work, tensions will grow. If you want to know more, I suggest you talk with Barun in the militia headquarters. He would have more details.
I'll be going now. All right.
Don't cause any more trouble for Dantooine. We've had enough of it for a lifetime.
Let's see what else is around here.
What brings you to Kunda? Do you have any troubles to report? I'm here to help. I just hope you aren't here about Garavek.
I've had no problems the militia needs to worry about.
You haven't? Well, that's something. I'm the second in command over here, and we keep getting incidents. Our staff is stretched thin. Too thin. If you do have trouble, I'm not the one to talk to. You need to talk to Zeron. He takes a hands-on role as the militia captain.
Sounds like you don't approve of him.
This is sensitive. It's not really a secret, though. A lot of people are upset with Zeron. He's a hard man and doesn't answer to anybody. Except, I suppose, the administrator. The thing is, he expects everyone to follow all the laws. That's not normally a bad thing, but the mercenaries are used to having a bit more freedom. So it's like Zeron keeps prodding a rancor with a stun stick. To a rancor, it's just a minor nuisance. But if you keep at it, he's going to fight back. The mercenaries aren't unreasonable. They're mostly just war veterans looking for work. But Zeron just keeps poking them. So he has to get involved to make sure that the militia does what he wants. Otherwise, we'd probably give the mercenaries some room.
And didn't anyone do something about it?
It's tricky. You see, I think Zeron may be taking this whole thing a little personal. I'm not sure. Just a guess. I also think he's doing more to provoke them than just investigating every complaint against them hard. He's up to something. If someone could just ask a few questions, turn up some answers, maybe see if Zeron isn't being completely honest with the rest of us, well, then maybe he should be replaced.
What makes you suspicious?
Just a lot of little things don't add up. It could just be a surprise party, but I think Zeron takes this problem very personal. So if you happen to find something out like that, you should see Administrator Adare. If you have to do some footwork to check into things, you'll be compensated. We should probably talk about something else. I hate going behind the captain's back. I just feel... I just have a feeling about it.
Seems like Dantooine has had a lot of trouble.
I don't even want to get into it. Ask around if you want to know the details. It'll just make my headache worse if I talk about it. I don't know what we'd do without Administrator Adare. She managed to plow through a lot of the family bickering once the Sith left during the war. She's kept us together. Oh, and, Zeron too, I suppose.
All right, I'll be going now.
All right. Stay out of trouble now.
Tochi monas runta, yun bola, wata gratonchi mulira, pitasa cantone tosha. Posoma britushniki tuk tuk bamba, bora, dino molira nibonon, kin un batno koktek. Posoma britushniki tuk tuk bamba, bora, dino molira nibonon, kin un batno koktek. Posoma britushniki tuk tuk bamba, bora, dino molira nibonon, kin un batno koktek.
Selling arms, right?
Fasa susho wi, kana ina doka ches. Kapato rondi loso chi rana dik pik. Now ji ka chi a ubang ta. Hoshmanfu ni wado de kuta ma sapa. Tong itwama ji. Yuma liba to atong into tune. Doki ni kama renzo ni inash di jon bla wen so mas. Tong abao shan uni nong. The wanga nochi. Roren manama. Kochpa ino shan opora.
Oh, let me see what you're selling.
Chauduso jamara. Chorhep donich. Dorshati. Rengotish. Bogra chiun Cuba. Kratok wikili jane.
Oh, nothing of interest to me, I'm afraid. The militia.
I'm the militia captain here. Are you here because you're in trouble or looking for it?
Neither one.
I see. Well, what's your reason for coming to militia headquarters?
Just exploring and getting to know people.
There are better places to explore and better people to know. I'm sure you have your reasons, though. I'm sure you got questions of your own. And if you're interested, I might have some work for you. You want something?
What sort of work do you have?
I've seen a lot of visitors come through Kunda. You're the first one in a while that looks the capable sort. We have a small problem with Kinrath. Maybe you've already seen some of them. They're coming from a cave in the Kunda Plains. I'd take care of it myself, but there aren't many people in the militia. We'd lose too many men. There's a reward if you do it.
Why is this place so overrun with Kinrath?
Kinrath are normally just pests. We think something happened to their nest. Started near the end of the Civil War. Nobody knows for sure. Even the Ithorian. And they're smart about such things.
What do you know about the cave?
We used some explosives to seal the cave a couple years back. Just made them angrier. They burrowed another entrance even closer to us. I know there are crystals in there too. Some of the salvagers once thought about going in there to get some extra credits. Too many Kinrath, though. Cave is on the southeast side of the plains. Shouldn't be hard to find.
See what I can do.
That's all I can ask. You want something?
What's Garavik's connection to the militia?
Some of the salvagers went deep into the ruins and found a lot of Jedi relics. It's the most valuable all the salvagers ever got. But all the salvagers that went down there are dead. So it seems every day or so some salvager comes claiming they're owed by such and such, or that they're related. The whole thing makes me sick. Garavik says he won the whole claim in a Pazak game with the last survivor, right before he killed him. But that was a fair fight. There were witnesses. But nobody remembers Garavik ever playing Pazak. I just hope someone takes this blasted claim off my hands. I'm tired of those lowlives pestering me. We've got real work to do. You want something?
Where are you going? All right.
Another interruption. You must not have heard who I am.
All right. Well. Sound dampening. Interesting.
Charanana gundoso remina che l'orakto curcatada. Fiadoratore padano ringatel camarada telefibo nubo de bicarana cenirara.
What do you sell?
Manama treto sobre barakto drun. Krishe mentru gre babano flank tur na saganich. Gravawe no ku se tabate bate. Trawinsto sopotuto neliep grimpatado. Trawinsto busuto neliep grampatada. Teleronda nana nintolo gradatira.
Let's see what you got.
Der into runto wakare kwe wap gerebu. Ninso telepachan gorsadara nane gra delonuta choloren.
Not really much of a stock. Yeah, let's go see what trouble I can find. Enclave Courtyard. Mercs.
Can I help you?
A bunch of Mandalorians doing on doing.
Just trying to make a living. At least there's still people in the galaxy who know our value. It's not glamorous work, but a man has to eat, right?
You could join the Mandalorians on Duxon.
I've heard the rumors too. There's no way I'm gonna fight for some upstart warrior who styles himself as Mandalore. We didn't pick a new Mandalore when the last one was killed, and maybe we're better off without one.
Can I change my party?
What's wrong? Look who's walked into our camp, boys. Mandalore himself has come to visit us.
I am the new Mandalore. I have reclaimed Mandalore's helmet, lost after our defeat at Revan's hands. Assemble the rest of your clan. You will return to Duxon. We must come together as we were before and prepare to fight a new war. A war that will return us to glory.
And if I take that helmet from you, guess that makes me the new Mandalore. I've always wanted to be called that. I know all about your exploits, Mandalore. We have fallen far in the past years, but even still, I will not stand idly while a usurper claims to be my leader.
It is unfortunate that you feel that way. Perhaps I'll be able to change your mind.
We'll see about that.
No, Mandalore. We will follow you. Good. I have no desire to spill any more Mandalorian blood today. Gather your clan and return to Duxon. You have seen the last of your mercenary days. Yes, Mandalore.
All right. Good work.
I can't wait for those salvagers to ship. Smells like another salvager's come to our camp. Vacate, Mudlicker. Don't make me tell you again.
Ease off, Nalick. There's better sport than this one.
I don't need help to take out a Mudlicker. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
A mudlicker. Is that even an insult?
You've given me all the excuse I need, outsider. You're dead now.
A weakness is revealed.
You've wandered into the wrong camp. You got the look of a warrior, and we got all the blasters we need. If you're looking for work too, just take a trip spaceward. We don't need any more competition. Got it?
Have you been making trouble for the settlers?
What if we do? They're practically begging to be pushed around. You've seen them, right? They're weak.
Their skills may not lie solely in warfare. This isn't a failing.
You sound like a flaming Jedi. I didn't just mean their weapons. I meant their character. They're very quick to blame everyone but themselves for their problems. So the galaxy has dealt them a bad hand. They should ante up and get back in the game. The Administrator is different.
What do you think about Dantooine?
It's just another spaceport to me. We've been here too long for my tastes. And the settlers...
What about the settlers?
It galls me to think we fought wars to protect Gizka like them. They don't do anything to help themselves, and they don't know how to take responsibility. They're on their own, and either they should start working and stop whining, or else they're in for a tough ride.
Why choose Dantooine as your base?
We have to live somewhere. Something those settlers don't seem to understand. That flaming administrator and her cat hound Zeron can't keep their noses out of our business. There's a natural order to things that they just don't seem to get. They'll learn.
What are you planning to do?
Just make sure these settlers know their place. The Republic isn't going to send a single trainee to help this planet.
What do you think about the Administrator?
She's got spirit, but she seems to focus most of her effort on trying to get us off this planet. Terena has to learn that we aren't moving.
Can we talk about something else?
I have time to kill, and talking about Dantooine just irritates me.
Can you tell me about the mercenaries?
Most of us are veterans of the Jedi Civil War. Some even fought in the Mandalorian Wars. A lot of soldiers have been looking for a place in the galaxy. The really skilled usually wind up here.
Who's your leader?
A Sentiate by the name of Azkul. He was an elite trooper for Malak during the Jedi Civil War. He knows how to wage war.
Why haven't you been able to line up a job?
We had a contract with the Republic, doing some work in the Outer Rim. But they scaled back, and we were some of the casualties. Now the Republic isn't hiring anymore. I hear they have no credits.
So what do you do when you're between jobs?
We find ways to divert ourselves. A lot of us find odd jobs. There are many more mercs around than what you see on Dantooine. We're spread out.
Talk about something else.
I have time to kill.
Heard you've been making trouble for the settlers.
What if we do? They're practically begging to be pushed around. You've seen them, right? They're weak.
I'll be going. I guess there's no way to pick a fight with him.
Arabic is dangerous. You duel a mercenary. Wasn't even a contest. This shall not stop us for long. Soon you shall know pain.
Oh, she's dinged up. Hey, Jupeek. How you doing, bud? Good to see you. Missed you yesterday.
You a new salvager? Or one of those Kunda cantina rats coming here to complain?
I'm not a salvager.
Oh, is that so? You're no mercenary, and with those armaments, this isn't a social call. You're at least thinking of heading to the ruins. I'm gonna give you some advice. Turn back. There's nothing you're gonna find.
Why don't you think I'll find anything?
Because anything valuable in the ruins was carted away months ago. The only salvagers left are either desperate, ornery, or not right in the head. And while you look dirty enough to be here, I don't think you're any of those things. So go back to Kunda.
Well, it's good to see you back, bud. I'm going to the ruins. I've come a long way.
If you're not going to listen to anybody, maybe you can help me out. The only place that has anything is the sublevel. And only a couple of fools have gone there. And they're now dead fools. Yeah, I'd like to do the decent thing and get their bodies and put them to rest. That hole isn't a fit place for a salvager. So, if you find a couple human corpses down there, just grab their gear and their bodies. I'll pay you 500 credits for each of them.
Fair enough.
Oh, a visitor comes to our delightful salvager camp. We are honored. Do you come bringing your credits and curiosity?
It's a pleasure to meet you.
A civilized person with manners. Very rare in this part of the galaxy. I am most honored to meet you. If I may, a question I pose to you, traveler. Do you wish to buy one of the most elusive of all Jedi artifacts? Powerful Jedi holocron.
I found a holocron. I'm impressed.
You flatter me, traveler. It was a good day when I found this holocron. But you are lucky, for I will sell it to you for a low price. I ask a mere 1,000 credits for this rare find. This is not a matter of negotiation. You should buy it quickly before others come.
Can I inspect the holocron? Maybe it's broken.
I assure you it isn't. I will show it to you presently. As you can see, it is in fine shape. A real bargain at a mere 1,000 credits.
That is a remarkable fate. It's not even worth the time you're wasting describing it. You've wasted describing it.
How did you know? Will I never unload this accursed thing? This isn't my fault. You can't blame me.
How isn't this your fault?
This forgery has passed through several hands in this camp. I am merely the latest victim. I wish to abandon this dung heap.
I thought this was a delightful camp.
Be serious. Any sentient with scent glands can tell that this is the garbage pit of Dantooine.
So you didn't make this?
No, of course not. Another salvager sold it to me, and he bought it from another one before him. When there were more salvagers, incidents like this were common. But now there are few of us, and I'm stuck with this garbage. There's no way I can make it home to my family and children.
I doubt you even have a wife.
You with all your observations. I'm not going to talk to you about the holocron anymore. So, what should we talk about?
I have to go. Oh, nice. You know, I know this is like sacrilegious. I have not seen Game of Thrones. I've watched the first few episodes, and like I know people are completely obsessed with it. Just, it doesn't have a major hook for me. Maybe I'm not getting deep enough. Let's see. Where was I? I was at let's see. The warrior, like the horde, like warrior guy got his new wife. She's pregnant. And that was like the last part of the episode. So like, I'm only like, I don't know, 3 or 4 episodes in. It just, I don't know. I'm not big on that time frame, I guess, or I don't know, the whole kind of like medieval thing has just never really been a big draw for me. But I mean, it's so good up until, like I've heard, up until like the last season or last episode, that I really do need to give it a fairer shot than I already have.
Who are we missing? We're one off.
We're missing Joran. I don't see Joran.
That runt of a Cathhound, he's the one with the backpack. Did anybody grab anything from the room? Anybody? What do you want?
What's the problem?
I managed to get this sad lot of salvagers to work together. Then we get 2 rooms into the sub-level, and we get swarmed by Lagrex. And even then we fight our way out. But of course, the only one that managed to grab the salvage is still in there. I don't even know why I bothered.
What can you tell me about the Lagrex?
Nothing. Find out for yourself. I'm not interested in training the competition. Now, if you don't mind, we're going someplace you can't eavesdrop on us, and get down to our business.
He's grumpy. Yeah, I've never watched Game of Thrones. Never watched The Walking Dead. Let me rephrase, I'm sorry. I've watched a few episodes of Game of Thrones. None of The Walking Dead. I saw the first episode of Breaking Bad. I'm behind on a lot of the shows that just people like constantly rave about. These things operate.
A weakness is revealed.
Come on, give me something good. Oh, that's right, I was going this way. There's trash pile, nope. Down back to here. Wait a second, did I? Here yet. I'll tell you one thing I really like about Game of Thrones, the intro song. Love their introduction music. Dead salvager. Right. It's right up there with Black Sails, Dark Sails, whatever that pirate show was. Black Sails, I think.
A weakness is revealed.
That was a good show, but I didn't end up finishing it.
A weakness is revealed.
Yeah!
I will silence this one.
Nope. Oh, you're gonna run right through it. Okay, there we go.
What is it?
I just want to level you up.
Sir, I hear you.
Alright. Technician, Durgar, Chester. Let's see what things Storage room door sticking shut. Main computer non-responsive. Okay. Security door non-responsive. Okay. Bunch of droids. Alright. Nothing of interest. And locked. Alright, so... Stay on your nod, clean skeleton of a salvager. Discover an untouched storage room. Computer in the power relay station should allow me to open the security door. Once I figure out how to sneak past the Legrex that have made a nest there. I leave Dantooine rich. Now, looks like you're not leaving at all, pal.
A weakness.
Ooh, a deadly
Let us end this.
Fix. Mainframe disconnected from children. Okay. Let's see if we can fix that.
I shall make this one see. This is not a weak focus. To battle.
So nice not having that glitch show up anymore. I don't know why it's not, but I am so thankful for it. So much quicker gameplay.
Let us. A weak weakness is revealed. A weakness is revealed.
I don't need that for anything. All right. Yeah, forget that. I'm not a fan of people keep calling me dirty. If I really look that bad, jeez. I mean, my armor's nice and shiny, and oh.
I will silence this one.
That's weird.
Is someone out there? Anybody? Help! Lagrix are everywhere! Help me! I'm trapped in here!
Are you Duran?
Yes I am. I locked the door in here. I thought I was gonna be Lagrek compost. Did you take care of him, stranger?
There are still some Lagrix around.
Please, take care of them. I can't stand much more of this. If you do manage to clear a path, please come back.
Well, maybe now I can Well, let me go kill this one.
This is revealed. I shall make this one secret. A weakness is revealed.
Is that you? I thought I heard something. Is it safe yet?
The Lagrex in this area are dead.
You must be fierce with a blaster, then. Give me a moment. I sort of jammed the door a bit. Just don't leave.
Thanks for saving me. I thought those Lagrex had me for sure.
Before you leave, what were you doing down here?
It's all Tapelay's fault. She said the entryway to the sublevel was safe enough. This area has hardly been explored. We barely got in here. And then everybody started going left and right, grabbing anything they could. It was every man for himself, and nobody was watching for Lagrex. Then before you know it, we were under attack by those beasts. So salvagers were running every which way, and they left me to die.
Why were you down here if it's so dangerous?
All the easy pickings have been picked. Now everything that's worth more than a glass of Juma juice is long gone. So this level is about the only place that's left. And as you might have noticed, it's very dangerous down here. Almost nobody's managed to get anything from down here. Not that it matters.
Almost nobody. Who's the almost?
There was a group that managed to get in and got one of the biggest hauls ever. Tapele said we could do that too, but they were a damn sight more organized than we were. And they've caused more problems dead than they ever did alive.
How did they die?
They were the first to really get anything from this damn level. They were so confident they went right back in. A bunch of us salvagers waited by the entrance. Only 2 of the 4 came back, and 1 died right away from his wounds. The other man was going to be rich, but then he picked a fight with Garavik. It wasn't much of a fight, and there was no one left. And that's the whole problem.
How can dead people cause problems?
Well, since every last one of them is dead, their find is sitting in the militia's headquarters. That's one of the biggest claims ever, and they won't give it to nobody. So people keep saying that they were owed by the dead salvagers, or that they're related. But Zeron isn't an idiot. The only thing he's gonna believe is a will. And after some try to pass less than authentic ones off on him, now he'll only take a will and their personal effects.
Zarala had me looking for their bodies, to lay them to rest.
She was playing you for a fool. No doubt she'd like to find those bodies. That, plus a conveniently worded will, and she'd make a pile of credits.
Her deceit won't gain her anything.
Probably not since you know the truth. Unless you're willing to make a fake will, though, the truth won't help. You look like the type of moron that'll just turn it into Zeron. That may be the right thing to do, but it don't make it the smart thing.
How did they die?
They were the first to really get anything from this damn level. Only it wasn't much.
Talk about something else.
Certainly. Just don't take too long. I don't know how long before those beasts come back.
Did you find anything down here?
No, I didn't get anything. Now I'd just like to leave.
I just saved your life. I figured that's worth some honesty.
I guess you're right. I grabbed a couple of things in the room we were in. I didn't want to tell you because you might make a claim for it. I need the credits.
I could pay you for what you found.
No, I hadn't thought of that. We could arrange something like that. That would work. I managed to grab 3 things. One's some sort of crystal, and the other looks like parts. For a lightsaber, maybe, I don't know. If you give me 1,300 credits, you can have it all. Now, that'll be enough for me to get off this rock. No returns on this. You're stuck with what you buy.
Let's see it first.
Oh, it doesn't work that way. Maybe it's worth a lot more than 1,300 credits and you make off real good. Maybe it's a lot less and I make off real good. You can buy it from me here or at the salvager camp. I'll hold on to it for you. I owe you that much at least. Just don't take too long.
Here's 1,300 credits.
A pleasure doing business with you. And now I can finally get passage back home. I hope that junk is worth it to you, I really do. I'm going to the salvager camp. It'll take some time to get things in order. Come visit if you like, but if you don't like what you bought, it isn't my problem.
Short saber, superior disrupting emitter, and a green crystal. Probably not worth it, but we'll see.
Braved the perils of the sublevel, yes. Many stories and artifacts in your possession. This is fortuitous for myself and associates. For now, not only do I get rich salvage, but an even richer bounty. Do not be making this difficult. Your death can be quite painless.
I don't suppose you'd like to negotiate a peaceful solution to this?
Negotiations are not possible. A deal has been made with anxious people. People you do not cross. And now, Jedi, we shall fight.
Okay. So, about that. Alright, attributes. Yeah, they always want to put it to strength. I wouldn't mind a little wisdom, though. Skills. Powers. Restricted by armor. Huh. I like that.
This is revealed. Let us end this.
Alright. Let's see. What's over here? To the courtyard. So I came here. They were over there. I think I'm going to go through this way now. Or did I come from here? Yeah, they were over there. Okay. So I'm going to go through this way. Wait. Okay, that's weird. How did I manage to do both sides? I guess that's where I need to go. Or maybe I just looped around and didn't realize it. Anything I can connect here? Not getting any options. Who are you?
I am an historian and scientist working for the Republic. although I'm certain my contemporaries would judge me more a historian than scientist.
What are you doing here?
Like you, I was looking for some trace of the Jedi. I had heard mention that one of the Jedi Masters had gone there, but I found no trace of them.
You know what happened to the Jedi?
No. It is something of a mystery why they would exile themselves as they have. It is not the way of the Jedi to vanish in such a way, especially when the Republic is in need of them. I fear that there is something else at work, something that we cannot see. Then again, perhaps the Jedi are hiding simply because so many people hate them these days.
Why do you think people hate the Jedi?
It is difficult sometimes for the Jedi to see such things, since much of it is rooted in human nature, and the Jedi are often removed from events of daily life, insulated. But the reason the Jedi Civil War was named such was because few in the galaxy can recognize the difference between the Sith and the Jedi. To them, they are both Jedi, with different philosophies.
The Jedi have protected the galaxy for centuries. They seek peace, often through sacrifice.
Not always. Jedi often fall. They cause much harm on Onderon, for example, in the name of peace and protection. Uleg Qel-Droma and Exar Kun, the two Dark Lords during the Sith War many decades ago, were once Jedi Knights, as were Revan and Malak. It is perhaps more amazing that some still trust Jedi after many have fallen and endangered the galaxy. It is also proof that a single Force wielder can change the face of the galaxy. And that is a frightening thing indeed.
Do you hate the Jedi?
Hate? No. I do not hate them. They only raise questions without answers. Jedi are not supposed to be like the rest of us. They are supposed to see a higher purpose in all things. And they are supposed to train students responsibly and well, so mistakes of the past are not repeated. Yet all I saw was ignorance and arrogance, and what those seeds created in the Republic. It is difficult to follow the Jedi Code when so few others have. But you know this.
What do you mean?
Many Jedi defy the Order during the Mandalorian Wars, and it paved the way for the Jedi Civil War.
You blame the Jedi who turned, or the Council?
There is no blame. All must accept. But, at its core, one must wonder if it was the failure of the Jedi teachings, or the teachers themselves. Many of the Jedi Council trained Exar Kun, Ulik, Revan, and Malak. How could they not see the danger they posed? And if they could not, perhaps there was some essential part of their teachings that was flawed. Something beyond the Jedi Code that they were missing.
You know who trained Revan?
Revan had many masters. Zar, Dorak, Master Kay before Kay left for the wars. Towards the end of his training, he sought out many to learn techniques. It is said that he returned to his first master at the end of his training in order to learn how he might best leave the Order.
Revan and Malak would have received the same training as I did.
I am not certain you understand what happened with Revan. Do you wish me to explain?
Go on.
Revan was captured in the middle of the Jedi Civil War, due in no small part to his apprentice Malak, who turned on him. Revan was brought before the Jedi Council and put on trial. You must understand that the situation was desperate, and the Jedi needed to know how Revan had amassed the forces arrayed against them. As I understand it, they were able to convince Revan to have a change of heart, but it was only for a time. Revan helped the Republic defeat Malak. I suspect it was out of revenge.
I want to talk about something else.
What else would you like to know?
You look familiar to me.
I imagine in your travels of the galaxy you've seen many people. Faces tend to blur together after a time. What else would you like to know?
Tell me about the Republic. Actually, why do you work for the Republic?
I'm trying to save the Republic. Dantooine and the Jedi Order are instrumental to that effort. Despite the troubles of the Jedi Civil War, there are those among the Republic who still favor the Jedi and wish them to return. And there are admirals within the fleet who recognize that the Jedi must be found if the Republic is to hold together. Yet as long as Onderon remains within the Republic, and the efforts on Telos succeed, that is all that matters.
Why Telos and Onderon?
The Republic is fragile right now. Telos is important because its success will determine whether or not the other dead worlds receive the same reconstruction efforts. If Telos is rebuilt and made habitable again, it will affect a string of worlds along the Rim.
And Onderon?
Onderon, strangely enough, was unaffected by the Jedi Civil War. It's almost as if Revan didn't want to attack it. Its resources and position on the Rim make it a vital supply line and guard post against Outer Rim attacks. Also, it's the only world in the Republic still capable of seeding ecosystems into other dead worlds. Onderon's wildlife is some of the most aggressive in the known galaxy. Merely placing some of those beasts on target worlds will guarantee their habitation for years to come.
I'll be going now.
Before you go, I had a question for you. You came to Dantooine in search of Jedi. Why?
The Sith are awake in the galaxy. I'm going to need their help to stop them.
If the Sith are rising in the galaxy again, then it is strange the Jedi would not be there to meet them, and that we have not seen more evidence of the Sith.
Trust me, the Sith are out there. They've been hounding me since Peragus.
No, I believe you. I merely find such subtleties among the Sith to be strange. They have been known to practice deception, but in the histories, since the time of the Dark Lords Khun and Keldroma, and Revan and Malak, such subtleties have been rare. I will return to Kunda now and await the next transport. You may find me there if you have more questions.
Yeah, I think that guy was a somebody. Who are you?
I am an historian and... Before you go... I will return to Kunda now and await the next transport. You may find me there if you have more questions.
Exul, the leader of the mercenaries on Dantooine. Farouk is wandering in the Enclave alone. You will take a full squad and capture the Jedi alive. Bring him to our Nook. Kinrath Caves, wait transport to Nar Shaddaa. I don't think so. Okay. So I'm in the archive. There's the main computer. Workbench. Droid bay. Garden. I really like the garden. The courtyard. I can't get into... storage room. I'd like to know why. Mainframe disconnected from Shieldren. Well, that did it. Sorry, I didn't back up far enough. My apologies. There's battle armor. A Sith sword. A couple of weeks and no one has come for me. I can only assume the enclave was destroyed topside, buried alive, tried to use some equipment. I tried work and I'm running out of food. That is a bummer. What the heck is that? A random piece of large equipment in the room? Alright. Yes, let's check out that armor. (11, 12, 1). Immunity to critical. Interesting. Okay, to the courtyard. Never find anything particularly awesome, but what does the journal say? Do a little cleanup while we're here.
I will make this one see. A weakness Let us end this. A weakness is
Well. Okay.
I feel much better now, thanks to you. I don't think I thanked you properly down there. I was pretty shaken. I really hope the Jedi salvage you bought was worth it. I meant what I said about no returns, though. I need the money to go home. But it's nice to see you again, regardless.
Miss Grumpy.
What? Who is that? Oh, it's you. You go down into the sub-levels yet? Or did you suddenly develop some sense?
I'd like to see what you're selling.
Certainly. Take your time. Look through the pile.
Okay. I got a bunch of stuff.
What? Who is that? You go down into...
I'll talk to you about the dead salvagers.
It's a shame about them. Have any luck getting to their bodies? I figure there's about no chance you'll succeed, but the reward is still open.
Duran told me the real reason you're looking for them.
I should flay him alive for helping an outsider. I figured it was worth a try. Those salvages are worth more dead than they ever were alive.
Your compassion is touching.
I look after myself. It's the only way you can get by in this galaxy. Now get out of my sight.
So grumpy. Get wrath.
A weakness is
A weakness is revealed.
I think I still need to find a cave.
This one will fall.
I guess I just found my way in from the other area. Okay, let's go take a different path this time. Yeah, what's over here?
What? You shouldn't sneak up on an old fella like that. You shouldn't be out of here anyway. This is Kinrath territory.
What are you doing out here?
A couple weeks back, there was an accident here. One of the Western Fringe farmers was coming to Kunda on his swoop with a load of atmospheric sensors. We found him dead and his swoop bike all banged up. I've come back a couple of times to try to figure out if that's what really happened.
Why are you looking into it?
I'm one of the Kunda militia. They need all the able bodies they can get. I was a Republic custom inspector before I came back home. Now I'm the closest thing the militia's got to an investigator.
You suspect foul play?
I do. The Kinrath are dangerous. But as long as you stay on your swoop bike, there's no way they should catch you. I've carefully searched this area and haven't found anything. So maybe our men just got sloppy. We really need those atmospheric sensors. I don't suppose you'd be willing to keep an eye out for something,
What's an atmospheric sensor?
It's technical. I doubt you'd understand it. But I'd really appreciate your help. I doubt you'll be able to find any evidence of what happened here. But you might come across the atmospheric sensors. They have to be somewhere. If you find any of them, just come back here. I'll pay you 1,000 credits for each one you can find, even if they're broken.
Any idea where they could be?
No idea whatsoever. I figure it's a real long shot you'd ever spot one. But I also figure it wouldn't hurt to ask.
See what I can do? 1,000 creds a pop? Heck yeah, I'll keep my eyes open.
I can... This shall not stop us for long.
Ah, the cave. I remember coming through here last time. Kinrath aren't bothering him.
This shall not stop us for long. To battle. This shall not stop us for long.
Yutapak mito, hai best nikta tochi mapao krawe nosha. What a lord chiba fusot bachila nuba chubanok.
My apologies.
Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chiluma lithpa.
Kinrath don't attack you. Why is that?
Huta yanolia. Jukta geni chubawanki najung winoton ma no miurita.
You will tell me your trade secret.
Kavanatakalu. Kavanami Donkey Krato. Kavanatakalu. Kavanami Donkey Krato. Bram tabanin sochu. Da come jusmak miki baranye doso so rika chondin. Wana magrable mogo. Yatuka wan rika chotin wani maurata wakata chiluma lithpa.
do you know about the other mercenaries?
Vram tabanin socho. Da come jusmak miki baranye doso so rika chondin. Wana magrable mogo. Yatuka u wan rika chotin wani maurata wakata chi luma lithpa.
You mentioned crystals.
Kavadumpa, mo wendido chokerembi norta kunyun wish chawaka chuba. Sura dachi morotuko gansa.
The energy you speak of is the Force. I sense some small Force potential within you.
Yatuka u wan rika chotin wani maurata wakata chi luma lithpa.
I am a Jedi.
Yatuka u wan rika chotin wani maurata wakata chi luma lithpa.
I'll be going now. I'm gonna keep killing them so I keep getting XP. So, let's try it from this angle. There we go.
You are no match for us. Let us end this. A weakness will be a this one will fall. This one will fall.
Nope. I want that. That bugger poisoned me. Yes. Another hunting mask.
Your thoughts are disturbed. I can feel them like a shiver running through you. Echoes. I feel echoes of the Force here. Force-sensitive locations such as this absorb and reflect Force energy. The crystals are the catalyst here. I sense that Revan once passed through here, leaving a strong impression behind in the crystals. Perhaps future Jedi who visit this cave will feel our presence, as if seeing our footprints preserved in the soil.
So the crystals absorb the Force. I feel strange, but not weaker.
The crystals here do not drain Force energy from Jedi. They collect the excess energy that radiates from those attuned to the Force.
Tell me more about these crystals.
The crystals here are infused with the Force. Some could be harvested and used for lightsabers.
Okay.
I shall let this one see. A weakness is revealed.
Well, come on. How do you miss? Oh, I got a violet crystal after I already bought one. Assassin crystal.
To you. This is very rare indeed.
Nice. What does it mean?
The crystal's bond with you is such that the stronger you become in the Force, the more powerful your crystal will grow. This crystal will make an excellent focus for a lightsaber.
Okay. Cool. Alright, I think I've got all of it.
This shall not stop us for long.
Well, well, well.
Halt, Settler. This is a restricted area. How the hell did you get through the Kinrath? You should leave.
Why are you holding Master Varuk prisoner?
He's a Jedi Master? Well, the bounty's gonna be that much sweeter then. Nar Shaddaa is paying extremely well for Jedi, especially if they're alive. I'm gonna say this nice and simple for your little calf-hurting head. Unless you want to wind up dead, leave now.
Open the cage. Let the Jedi out.
What? That's a Jedi trick. We trained against that during the war. It's a Jedi, man. Kill him before he tries something else. Focus. I shall live. This shall not stop us for long. This one will fall. I will silence this one.
Always rushing into action without thinking of the consequences. What? You're expecting thanks? Kunda is in danger, and you've ruined the best chance of averting a full-scale conflict.
Always a pleasure, Varuk. I see you still have your cheery disposition.
Is this a joke to you? People's lives are at stake. Every action has consequences, no matter how small or insignificant they seem. And even the smallest choice has the potential for harm. The Mandalorian Wars was proof of this. Intentions mean nothing if a greater tragedy is caused.
Okay. What should we do now?
I need to get to Kunda and warn them. They could be attacked at any moment.
What did you learn from the mercenary captain?
The mercenaries have allied themselves with the Exchange and are planning to attack Kunda. They've been holding off for the right moment. And now, since they lost their captive Jedi, they'll attack immediately. I'm going to try to reach Administrator Adari. Time is of the essence.
Oh, you're a real pleasure. I was really hoping I found those atmospheric sensors. Akzul to senior mercenary officers, made mystical alliance with the Exchange, planning an attack on Kunda. Sir dead, the Exchange will use Dantooine. Could happen at any moment. Oh, there's some.
You are the Jedi I've heard reports of, and I am Azkul, leader of the mercenaries on Dantooine.
What do you want with me?
Straight to the point. I like that. I will be equally direct. I am planning to take Kunda, and you're going to help me.
Why would I help you?
According to my reports, I have 4 times as many soldiers as the militia, and I'm committed to taking Kunda. It is inevitable that I will succeed. If you wish to avoid my men eradicating the people of Dantooine, you will make it easier for me to take Kunda. Of course, I will pay well for your services.
I'm not interested.
You'd better reconsider. I can't have a Jedi interfering with my plans. There is a considerable bounty on your kind that I will collect on unless you're working for me.
I cannot allow your plans to succeed.
You could have guided the situation to a better outcome.
Men, I trust you can handle this Jedi.
I shall make this one see. A weakness is revealed.
What is it?
The honor is mine.
I don't suppose you found any of those atmospheric sensors?
Actually, I found 3 of them.
That's great news. My offer still stands. I'll pay you 3,000 credits for all of them.
There you go. I'll take the credits.
Thanks for your help on this. Here are the credits as promised. I'll get this to Zeron when I get back to Kunda.
planes. Salvage camp. I don't think there's anything over here, right? Merc camp. I'm gonna double check this one area and then call it good. It's easier to double check it now than to have to come back later. There we go. We'll go to the Kunda Plains through this one. And this way. It's been mined. Now that I think about it, I probably shouldn't be taking these. They were probably set out by the good guys, but well, what's done is done.
The honor is mine.
I hear you.
How may I serve?
Admiral, this is Mikal. I have found the exile.
My life for yours.
Oops. Knew something was up with him. Dirty rat. No. Going the other way.
Are you waiting for the administrator too? You won't have to wait too long. But if you want results, now that you may never get here.
What are you waiting for?
I'm here to get another pat in the back from the administrator and hear how unfortunate my situation is. That my problem is important, and they'll get around to it. I'm sick of all their excuses and empty words. I need justice now. I fought in the war, and I know how to use my blaster rifle. If the administrator or Zeron doesn't do something, then I will.
Exactly is your problem.
Salvagers are the problem. They strip bare the ruins that belong to the people of Dantooine. Then they sell what they find back to us at inflated prices. I'm not a violent man. I've had my share of it in the war. I sincerely hoped I could just hang my blaster rifle on the wall as a souvenir for my grandchildren. But I can't farm without my equipment.
Salvager stole your equipment.
Well, yes and no. I brought my moisture vaporator to Kunda to be serviced. On the way back to my farm, I took a shortcut next to the Enclave ruins. Damn Lagrix came out of nowhere. I had to run before they made a meal of me. When I returned to retrieve my equipment, the salvagers had already stripped it bare. I went to their camp to get back my moisture evaporator. This smug fellow Joran told me that he found it within the ruins, and by law, it belongs to him now. He said he'd give it to me for the bargain price of 500 credits. I wasn't very happy about it, but the law was on his side, so I paid the scoundrel. Now the moisture evaporator doesn't work, because it is mysteriously missing its modulator. Joran is offering to sell me a modulator he found for another 500 credits.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I suppose you could. Actually, you almost look like a salvager. If you could go to this salvager camp and convince the salvager Joran to return my modulator, I would be very grateful. I'm not rich, but I have some souvenirs from the war I could give you.
Let's see what I can do.
That's great. I'm certainly not getting any help around here. If you need to know anything more, just ask me.
A lot of people here hate Jedi, but when they were here, they tried helping us.
I see you have found the elusive Master Vrook. He's told me that his rescue complicated our situation to some degree. I can't say that I anticipated that. I thank you for finding him, though. Vrook has informed me that the mercenaries devised a plan of attack to annihilate Kunda itself. I must ask for your aid again, Jedi. Zeron says that even with a plan, the mercenaries have to gather their forces, then coordinate their assault. So we still have time. I'm afraid the militia has not been adequately trained for the task that befalls them.
What can I do to help?
Our militia is effective at peacekeeping, but isn't prepared for a full-scale battle. If you can do anything to ready them for the reality of it, that would be helpful. Besides that, look around Kunda and see what you can do to strengthen our defenses. I know that we don't have the perimeter turrets online, and that alone could make a significant difference. Zeron says there is a considerable chance they will breach Kunda itself. Anything you can do to slow them down could turn the tide of battle.
Can you give me anything to help?
I have instructed the militia and other Kunda personnel that you are to be provided with anything that can be spared. Unfortunately, that isn't much.
I'll check out Kunda's defenses then.
Here is a MasterCard key that will open all of the security doors inside Kunda. Anything that might aid you in your task, please use. Soon, all the civilians will be evacuated. So if you have any business with them, I suggest you take care of it. Whenever you are ready to finalize the defenses, talk with Zeron.
You heard what the administrator said. Each of us has to do what they can to aid in the defense of Kunda. See where you can lend a hand. We'll have time to talk more when this is all over.
I was right about you. You are trouble, but you might just be the right sort of trouble we need. The mercenaries aren't quick to mobilize, so you have time to do what you need. Or are you ready to finalize the defense plans?
I've cleared out the Kinrath cave.
So you did. Here's the credits I told you about. Even with the caves cleared, I imagine it'll take some time before the Kinrath aren't on the plains. That was very helpful of you. You've saved some lives today. The mercenaries aren't quick to mobilize.
I want to talk about the dead salvagers claim.
I'll tell you what I tell all those grubby salvagers. No body, no claim. I'm no longer even looking at wills or credit notes, and if you think that's gruesome, then go space yourself.
I have the bodies right here. One of them had a will.
Let me see the will. I'll be glad to get rid of this claim and get those salvagers out of my headquarters. He left all his possessions to one of the other dead salvagers. Will I ever get rid of that damn Jedi garbage? Guess nobody gets them now. The administrator will have to figure out what happens to them. And until then, the salvages are gonna keep bothering me.
Alright. Alright. Lock doors. Okay. 1 to 10 cold. Okay. Okay. So that should be good to go. I'll treat your wounds.
Thanks, stranger. I should be back to duty in no time. Thanks, stranger. Thanks, stranger. Thanks, stranger.
Okay, well then get out of here so I can use the lab. I guess that's just not going to happen.
Zeron was right about the mercenaries all along. I guess my ego clouded my judgment as to what's best for Kunda. Sure took a bunch of spikes, nearly all of mine.
Oh, that's right. I need to go... What, the salvagers camp. Crash site. Crystal cave. Yeah, might as well go this way. Get that guy's modulator for him.
Back again, huh? I don't know what more I can say to you, but it's nice to see you again, regardless.
Hear about Sulru's moisture evaporator.
Oh, that again? I sold Sulru the moisture vaporator in the same condition it was in when I found it.
That's not the whole truth.
All right. Durala got there before me, and she just took the modulator because she was loaded down with the other stuff that Sulru abandoned. But after I sold the farmer back his moisture vaporator, I won the modulator from Durala in a game of stones.
Don't you think it's despicable to make someone buy back their own possessions from you?
Finders keepers. I've got a permit that allows me to salvage anything on the Enclave grounds. I didn't make up the laws here, but I abide by them all the same.
I don't care. Just give me the modulator.
You're a bit demanding, aren't you? If you want the modulator, I'll sell it to you for 500 credits. The same price I offered to Sulru.
You will give me the modulator.
I'll give you the modulator.
You will give me 500 credits.
I'll give... Wait a minute, what am I thinking? You're not taking my credits. And if you want the modulator, you'll have to pay. Back again, huh? But it's not... Oh, that... All right, but after... Fine. Here.
I saved your life. You owe me better than that.
I'm thankful for what you did for me, but I really need to make enough money to get off this planet.
I paid you enough money
Back again,
for...
huh? But it's not... Oh. You're a bit...
Suru's a former soldier, you know. He's hinted that he might try to take matters into his own hands.
Ha! I'd like to see him try to attack me in a camp full of scavengers. Back again, but it's... But you're... With all these people around? You wouldn't dare.
Yes, I would dare.
Okay. Here, take the modulator. Please leave me be.
Chump. I got greedy and tried to get his 500 credits back for him. I wasn't going to keep the 500 credits. I was going to give them back to whatever this guy's name is that I'm doing this for. But my mind, whatever, is not fully developed yet. So it did not work out as well.
Any luck on getting my modulator back from Joran? I don't think anyone here will be able to help me.
There's your modulator and the 500 credits that were extorted from you.
Fantastic. I'd only hoped to get the modulator back. I never imagined you would get my money back, too. How did you do it?
It was a salvager. He's been dealt with.
Really? You must have been very persuasive. I'm relieved this situation is finally resolved. You have more than earned this reward.
Elite Watchman Blaster, Mandalorian Disintegrator. Alright, Zeron.
I was right about you. You are trouble. But you might just be the right sort of trouble we need. The mercenaries aren't quick to mobilize, so you have time to do what you need. Or are you ready to finalize the defense plans?
I'm ready to finalize the battle plans.
You sure? Once we're done with that, there may not be any time left before the mercenaries attack.
I'm certain. I've done all I can.
All right. Then we got a lot to do. Since you are here to bolster Kunda's defense, I will hurry to the mercenary camp and delay their assault however I can. I imagine that the mercenaries have got two goals in this whole thing. Kill me and kill the administrator. The rest of the settlers won't have courage to resist if they succeed.
So what's the plan?
The administrator's locked up in her office tight, which means that the mercs have to go through us and Kunda's defenses. Thanks to you, they're gonna have a tougher job. That's about it. Now we just need to dig in and wait for the mercs to come.
Have you talked with the men?
Well, I'll tell them what's there to do. I'm not much for words.
I think they could use some encouragement. Maybe I could speak to them.
All right, I'll assemble the men. I hope you can speak good.
Warn them not to get killed. I'm not really good at this, but the one thing I've learned is just don't get shot. That's it, really. Wow,
I was expecting something more, but you did better than I ever have. You reminded me of my instructor in the Mandalorian Wars. Let's get ready for the mercenaries. If we fall here, all of Dantooine falls with us.
I guess that's my low charisma.
So you're the Jedi. I take it you are responsible for the surprises we've had during this battle. Stand aside. Our quarrel is with a distinguished administrator. This isn't your problem.
You don't want to fight. Throw down your weapons.
Is that supposed to convince me, Jedi? I was trained by the Sith. My unit killed many Jedi. I'll give you one last chance. Leave the administrator to her fate.
I won't let you kill her.
Then you've allied with these flaming settlers. The galaxy doesn't tolerate weakness. I was trained at Malak's Academy. Your tricks won't work on me. You're just another dead Jedi to me.
Sorry I was held up, but it looks like I've arrived in time to pull you out of your predicament.
Kill them all.
Thank you so much for your aid. You can be sure that Dantooine will not forget how the Jedi protected us from this.
The Jedi was just one Jedi, actually, and considered an outcast by other Jedi.
I'm sorry to offend you. You are, of course, our savior, and I am very grateful to you.
I'm happy to help.
We are a humble community, and this conflict has greatly diminished our resources. I hope this reward will be sufficient.
Please keep the credits and use them to rebuild Kunda.
I am humbled by your generosity. I will put this to good use. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much work to do. Dantooine will be slow to rebuild, but I am confident now that we will one day achieve prosperity.
Kunda is safe in no small part due to you. I feel certain that the Administrator wouldn't have made it without your assistance. I may have misjudged you. In any case, I am free to talk about whatever you wish.
I need to know why you cast me out of the Order.
Because you defied the Council and followed Revan to war. And from that war came another. Do you know how many worlds were destroyed in those wars? Dantooine, Telos, Sirocco? Do you see now why we counseled caution instead of action? You were the only one to come back and face judgment. But that was because you had lost your connection to the Force. Another casualty of war. No doubt you still blame us for your exile. I had hoped your isolation would give you time to reflect on what had happened, what you had done. But I see it as not. You have more questions for me?
The Sith have revealed themselves.
Have they? I've seen no evidence of them upon Dantooine. Only murderers and raiders.
They exist. They have already attacked me.
Why would they attack you? You are no Jedi. You cannot feel the Force.
But I have reestablished my connection to the Force.
Perhaps it is Dantooine, but I do not feel such from you. I feel nothing but what I felt in the Council Judgment Chamber on Coruscant so long ago. Still, you and your connections were often a subject of debate in the Council. It is possible that returning to known space, journeying with others, has caused the Force to stir within you again. Though it seems unlikely the Sith would bother with you.
Listen, old man. Nevertheless, the Sith are hunting me.
For some reason, I believe you. Still, I am curious as to how they would know to find you. Your trial was not public knowledge. Regardless, these Sith have struck, and you survived. This is more knowledge than I had before. And that means the Jedi may gather. If you can find others, or find some trace of the Sith threat, then we shall gather here on Dantooine. And from there we may decide what can be done. You have more questions for me?
Do you know anything of Force bonds and how to end them?
Force bonds? Yes. It is the bond that grows between master and student. Are you saying you have bonded with another?
Yes, and the connection is lethal.
Such bonds normally grant strength to both, but not to such a degree. Are you certain? Perhaps it is merely what you believe. Still, Your ability to form such connections, to influence others, was always a subject of discussion, even when you were a student here. Perhaps it is a punishment of a sort. But a bond that ties two lives together, such bonds do not seem natural to me. And with your loss of connection to the Force, it seems such a connection would be impossible.
I have reestablished my connection to the Force.
Perhaps it is Dantooine, but I do not feel such from you. Still, you and your... It is possible that returning... You have more questions for me?
Where are all the Jedi?
There are a few of us left, but I do not even know if the others still live. We may be the last. We've been forced to divide our forces and retreat to places which will be difficult for our enemies to detect and attack. I suppose there is something I should show you. It will keep you alive long enough to prove useful. I hesitate to teach this to you because of your demonstrated recklessness. This is Juyo, a very ferocious form of lightsaber offense. It goes without saying to exercise proper control and restraint when using this technique. It may allow you to eviscerate a lone enemy, but it will leave you open to attack by force powers. I don't know how you learned that so quickly. Still, your form is sloppy. Keep practicing to tighten it up and you'll be fine.
Yeah. What a jerk.
Thanks for your help with the mercenaries. I hope someday I'll be able to return the favor.
You are always welcome here, Jedi.
Okay. Lines out front are gone. Those are the ones out back. Guess I lost my key card. Okay, well, I don't know what to do next. We agree to meet you at the Jedi Enclave. Oh, okay. So I guess I go back to the Enclave. Where are my buddies? I think I've talked to all the others. Really wish I could get Zuron to give me that treasure, for lack of a better word. I mean, it's Jedi artifacts to be passed on to the Jedi. Alright, let's go.
It is different. It has been some time. Forgive me, but I need to rest. Go on. The council awaits. I will remain here.
You sure?
I will be fine here. Whatever answers the council have are for you alone.
Very well. I shall return shortly. Seems like she doesn't want to meet the council.
Know that much may happen here, but above all, do not forget this. You may trust in me. We cradle each other's lives, and what threatens one of us threatens us both. And if you find you cannot trust me, trust in your training, trust in yourself. Never doubt what you have done. All your decisions have brought you to this point. And now, perhaps, they shall see what you have become.
It is not as it was.
But perhaps that is for the best.
Aethys.
We were wondering when you would arrive. This moment has taken some time to reach us, and I imagine you have many questions.
Or perhaps you've come for revenge.
I need to know what you spoke of when you cast me out of the Order many years ago.
You already know the answer. You've noticed it in those who travel with you.
Someone just give me a straight answer.
Have you noticed that when you act, others follow?
Those that travel with you.
They follow you without question, without hesitation.
Against their instincts, and sometimes against their sense.
It is because you are a leader, but that still fails to grasp the meaning of what I'm trying to tell you.
You saying I'm controlling them?
It is not an easy thing to explain. Surely you are familiar with force bonds. It is the bond that develops between apprentice and master when one truly understands another. It is developed over time through understanding of each other. Yet you do it so easily, and we do not know why.
You make connections through the Force, and it resonates with those who travel with you. The resonance is even greater when they, too, are Force-sensitive.
Your actions affect others more than you know. You draw others to you, especially those strong in the Force.
When you suffer, their spirit echoes it. And when they are in pain, their pain becomes yours.
How did this happen?
We do not know, but it is not the first time you felt the weight of so many lives.
And that is why the Mandalorian Wars echo within you still.
What do you mean?
We did not cut you off from the Force. You were merely deafened to it. Because of that last battle of the Mandalorian Wars.
The screams of countless thousands, Jedi and Mandalorians, crushed by the planet's gravity, annihilated.
Their lives still scream across the surface of that dead planet, and within you. To hear the Force over such pain, it is not possible. It was too much for any Jedi to endure, and it is a wonder that you did not die there when thousands perished. All those you had fought with and struggled with. You cut yourself off because you had to if you were to survive. You had hints of it in the war on Doxon. Malachor was simply the final blow.
You were deafened.
At last, you could hear.
You were broken.
You were whole.
You were blinded.
And at last, you saw.
When you returned to us, we saw what had happened. You carry all those deaths at Malachor within you, and it has left a hole, a hunger that cannot be filled.
In you, we saw a wound in the Force.
In you, we saw the end of the Force.
My connection to the Force is even stronger than before.
Yes, you can feel the Force, but you cannot feel yourself. You are a cipher, forming bonds, leeching the life of others, siphoning their will and dominating them. It is the teaching of these new Sith to feed on others, on other Force sensitives. They are symptomatic of the wound in the Force. You are a breach that must be closed. You transmit your pain, your suffering through the Force. Within you we see something worse than merely the teachings of the Sith. What you carry may mean the death of the Force, and the death of the Jedi.
But I can feel the Force strongly.
So you think. It is not the strength of a Jedi you feel.
He's right. It's all the death you've caused to get here. You feed on it, and you grow stronger. You're like Malachor. It's in you, it's what you are now. You must have noticed as you fought across all these planets, killing hundreds, only to become more and more powerful. Why do you think that was?
But what's worse is that bonding you have. It hasn't gone away. It's gotten stronger, and the more attachments you form, the more you draw others to you.
And that is why you are a threat to us all.
Threat?
What if other Jedi went to war as you did, suffered the same events, and emerged as you did? What if there was a crucible that trained such Jedi to consume and kill?
For you, Malachor was that crucible.
What's worse is these Sith that we face. I fear that they have learned the lesson of Malachor all too well. It is what allows them to prey on Force users, to become stronger when Force sensitives are near.
Somehow they have learned their hunger from you. And so you have brought about the end of the Jedi, and perhaps all the knowledge of the Force. But it is of no consequence. Your ability to make such connections, such bonds so easily are why you cannot remain. You are a threat to living creatures and all who feel the Force.
You will lead the Sith here, and that we cannot allow.
Our judgment before remains. Exile. You must leave. And you must leave without your tie to the Force. It is a punishment reserved for only a few, and only when necessary. But we have the power to cut you off from the Force, and it must be done.
Forgive us, but it is necessary.
Well. I won't give up the Force. Stop this.
Do not be afraid. You shall feel no pain, but this must be done. As long as you feel the Force, you are a danger to those around you.
Enough! Step away from him.
What?
Step away. He has brought truth, and you condemn it? The arrogance. You will not harm him. You will not harm him ever again.
I thought you had died in the Mandalorian Wars.
Die? No. Became stronger. Yes.
Is this your new master, Exile? If so, then you follow Revan's path. Her teachings will cause you to fall as surely as he did.
Sit out, and now they have come to us.
As you would pass judgment on him, I have come to pass judgment on you all. Do you wish to feel the teachings born of the Mandalorian Wars? Of all tragedies that scream across the galaxy? Let me show you. You, who have forever seen the galaxy through the Force. See it through the eyes of the Exile. How could you ever hope to know the threat you face when you have never walked in the dark places of the galaxy, faced war and death on such a scale? If you had traveled far enough, rather than waiting for the echo to reach you, perhaps you would have seen it for what it was. There is a place in the galaxy where the dark side of the Force runs strong. It is something of the Sith, but it was fueled by war. It corrupts all that walks on its surface, drowns them in the power of the dark side. It corrupts all life, and it feeds on death. Revan knew the power of such places, and the power in making them. They can be used to break the will of others, of Jedi, promising them power and turning them to the dark side. Did you never wonder how Revan corrupted so many of the Jedi, so much of the Republic, so quickly? The Mandalorian Wars were a series of massacres that masked another war, a war of conversion, culminating in a final atrocity that no Jedi could walk away from, save one. And that is what I sought to understand. How one could turn away from such power, give up the Force, and still live. But I see what happened now. It is because you were afraid. It is done. He is no more. Take me to Atris. She will have the strength to do what the Council cannot.
Force Enlightenment. Restricted by armor, of course. Mandalorian heavy suit. Oops. It's everywhere. What happened here?
The Handmaiden took her. She thinks Kreia killed you.
Why does she think that?
Because that's the lie Kreia told her. That's why. The only thing that matters is the Handmaiden believes it. And she's gonna react exactly how that old witch hoped she would. That's why she wanted the Handmaiden on board, you know. So she could use her to reach the Telos Academy whenever she wished. without needing the access codes.
They're going to Telos.
Yes. The Handmaiden knows who she is now. She'll take her to Telos, and Atris will do what she'll do to anyone she thinks is a Sith.
A Sith?
Are you surprised? All that talk of hatred, manipulation, and standing on your own 2 feet? Sorry, you don't get any more Sith than that. Still, if we were all judged by who we were in the past, I don't think you'd understand who we are now.
And we're going to Telos. We have no choice.
That's what I was afraid you'd say.
What is wrong? Something troubles you. I can feel it.
Can you?
That is a strange answer. I do not understand.
Jesus, why are you following me?
I would die for you. When I tell you my life for yours, it is my choice. And if there is an ending between us where my sacrifice can save you, it will be because it is my desire, not your will.
What if the Force is just controlling all this?
I simply do. And sometimes there is no reason that can be given. What did you learn within the Jedi Academy?
That I form connections through the Force, and that is why others follow me to their death.
Then that is the danger of their beliefs. They do not understand you, what it means to be human, to lead. The feelings I have for you are because of what I see, what I hear in your voice. All that tells me you are a natural leader. I follow because I believe in you. I would die for you because I believe in you. And where they look at you and see the death of the Force, I look at you and see hope for all life. I look at you and see that perhaps a life untouched by the Force is not the punishment it is believed to be. I will understand if you feel you must go on alone, but I ask that you do not. Instead, take strength from your connection to others. Do not forsake them as you did in exile.
I will, Lucis. Wait. You are troubled. Why?
He awaits you at Telos. If you go there, you must face him. And when you do, he will wound you, as he has wounded me.
If I do not stop him, then Telos will be destroyed.
I ask you, I beg you, to stay here with me.
I will stay with you for as long as I can.
I want to look upon you, where no one else can see. Where it is just us. I want to see your face, the color of your skin. I wish to see what the Handmaiden sees when she looks at you. That causes her heart to race and her tone to change. What causes her to forsake her heritage, her oaths, as you made me forsake mine. I need to know if perhaps I am wrong. If the universe is not as my master once showed me.
The universe is not solely as our eyes make it out to be, Visas. You know this.
From the moment I heard your voice across the galaxy, I have longed for you. It is the echo, a wound that travels still, that when heard, made me understand that there was another wounded as I was. One who had felt the same sense of loss. When I heard it, I loved you more than my own life. And I wanted you to be here with me for as long as you will let me love you. Stay. And I want you to see what I see when I gaze upon you. I want you to know why I cannot look at you, and why I am drawn to you.
And let us look upon each other.
Who is there?
Who I am is not the question.
I am Atris, Jedi Master, the last historian of the Jedi, the last of the Jedi.
Those are titles, words you cling to as the darkness falls around you.
You are that which has attacked the Jedi. You are Sith.
Sith is a title, yes, but like you, the title is not who I am. It is not what I believe. For you, it is different. Know that there was once a Darth Treya, and that she cast aside that role, was exiled, and found a new purpose. But there must always be a Darth Treya, one that holds the knowledge of betrayal, who has been betrayed in their heart, and will betray in turn. You have bathed in the knowledge of the Sith, but there is not enough truth in such teachings. But it will be a step for you.
How did it happen?
Search your heart. It was never battle that called to you, never battle that caused you to fall. Malachor 5 has touched many things, and it casts its echoes still.
Why did he betray me?
You betrayed yourself. Do not blame the exile. And unlike you and I, there is still a chance that one may be saved, the one that you cast out.
Where is the exile? I had thought...
Oh, he will come, but it will be too late to save either of us. It is such a quiet thing to fall, but far more terrible is to admit it. Your mistress awaits. She has much to share with you.
The last of the handmaidens is before us.
It is good that you have returned. You have much to answer for.
What are you saying?
You have betrayed us. You have betrayed Atris.
You are no longer one of us. You followed the Jedi, betrayed your oath.
Listen to me. Atris has been touched by the Sith. It is not too late for...
Silence.
It is a crime to kill blood, but not to kill a betrayer as you.
I will not fight you.
Then you shall fall.
Where have you been? You have been absent so long, I feared for your safety. Were you with the exile all this time?
Mistress, as you commanded, I...
Commanded? Did I command you to consort with him? To follow his teachings, to betray your oath?
Mistress, I do not understand.
Of course you do not, but you will learn.
Oh! What's all this then?
Enough! Did you have feelings for him? Did you touch him? Did you look upon him with love? There is no love in that one. He is a shell, devoid of emotion. All that he was died at Malachor, and he dies there still, as he should. So, one exile has arrived to save another.
You have truly fallen far to kill a helpless opponent.
It is no crime to kill the Sith, or any that threaten the Republic, as you proved in the Mandalorian Wars. This is now my battle, and you are now my enemy.
Surrender, Atris. I don't want to fight you.
Such a noble offer. Your execution has been too long delayed, Exile. She said you would come here, to this place. If you think you can defeat me here, you are wrong. All this collected knowledge, all these teachings of combat and the Force, they're mine to command. And if I must use it to end you, I will. Surrender. You need not die.
You have fallen to the dark side, Atris. Surely you must see that.
Atris? That is not who I am, not any longer. She has not existed for some time, I think. There was always something else within me. It just took time for its voice to be heard.
What happened to you?
The old woman you traveled with finally made me listen to myself, to the galaxy. She said that you would come here, and that you would face me in battle.
There is no reason for us to fight.
She said you were the last obstacle to my enlightenment. If I wished to truly face the Sith, to see their heart, then that meant facing you, this last time.
Where did she go?
I do not know, yet. I suspect she went in search of you. But just as when she first came here, her path is difficult to see. She has set many things in motion. It is she that ordered the extermination of all Jedi so long ago. She will answer for her crimes. In time. She is Sith, just as you are, just as all who followed Revan were.
Atris, we don't have time for this. We need to unite to stop the Sith.
Yes, the Sith are here at last. You have brought them to this place as I had foreseen. It has all been part of my plans for you. And when I defeat you and the forces you have brought to Telos, I shall take the battle to the heart of the Sith and wipe them out. Forever.
Where's the Sith base?
I do not know, yet, but it does not matter. They have come here to face the Republic in battle, and they will be destroyed.
You have placed everyone on Citadel Station in jeopardy, Atris.
Yes, the Sith are here at last. You have brought them to this place as I had foreseen. It has all been part of my plans for you. And when I defeat you and the forces you have brought to Telos, I shall take the battle to the heart of the Sith and wipe them out. Forever.
I will not fight you. Surrender, and I will spare you.
Surrender? To you? Never. Let us end this.
Okay.
Kill me. End this.
I will not kill a helpless opponent, Atris.
I did not expect mercy from you. Here, at the end. after all that has happened between us.
We have greater problems, Atris, and there has been enough killing.
If you will not kill me, then what will you do?
Tell me where Kreia is.
Where she walks is hidden from my eyes, but not from those of her kind. It is possible I may draw one last piece of knowledge from these holocrons. You always knew where they were striking from. You always knew. These Sith are spawned of you. Spawned by the Mandalorian Wars. All those deaths. All those Jedi. Their power is to feed on life, until nothing is left except a hollow galaxy, echoing with the screams of the Jedi lost to us.
Is that where Kreia has gone?
Yes. I had thought she was awaiting me at that place, but I see now that she lied. It was not meant for me, but for you. She has gone there. She is waiting for you to travel to Malachor 5, to finish what you started.
What I started?
Yes. You are an echo in the Force. A hollow space where it has been wounded. It takes a great act of destruction to create such emptiness. But it can be done. It creates places where the Force is difficult to hear, and difficult to find one's way. And you carry it with you, always.
What does this have to do with Kreia?
Now she seeks to create another echo, a wound in the Force. Greater than the one before, greater than the one you caused. It will deafen all touched by the Force until no life is left. You were strong enough to withstand it once, but few have your strength in such matters, especially if they are unprepared.
Why would Kreia do that?
I do not know, but she needs you there. If you choose not to follow, she will murder herself at the heart of Malachor, and you will die along with her.
If Kreia is Sith, why would she do such a thing?
She seeks the death of all Jedi, all Sith, and the death of the Force. It is madness. It is impossible. But she believes you are the key.
Death of the Force?
There are places in the galaxy dead to the Force where nothing lives, where the echoes travel forever and do not reach their destination. And these places may be created, even from the simplest of events, the slightest of motions. One person, at the right place, at the right time, can change the face of the galaxy, or end it.
But why would I matter?
You're important to her somehow, but I... But I do not know for certain.
You know, tell me.
I do not know for certain. If there is a reason, you must discover it for yourself.
I've heard enough. This matter is finished.
And what will you do with me now? Abandon me here on this dead world? Or end my life as I wish to end yours?
I need you to see what you have become, and turn away from it.
I tied my life, my decisions to the Jedi. Perhaps only in separating myself from the Jedi can I become myself again, learn who I am. Perhaps exile is what I deserve, even though it is many years too late and you have already returned. Leave now, while you can. Save Telos. Save the galaxy. Save yourself.
You came for me. I thought I had lost you.
For a minute there, I thought I had lost you.
Kreia. She said the council had ended you, and all along she was one of those who had sought to kill us.
Both carry their truth, in a way.
When I heard her say that you were dead, I failed you. I let my emotion run through me and I acted without thinking. I wanted to punish her, hurt her, see her answer for what she had done to the Jedi, for leading you to the council.
Calm yourself. I am here. It is all right.
Of course. Forgive my display. I am the last of the handmaidens no longer. I am Brianna, disciple of the last of the Jedi, and the one who will stand with you against all enemies who face us.
It is good to hear your name.
It is good to hear it, after so long.
Well, what do we have here? I didn't believe it when Lino reported the Ebon Hawk at dock, but I guess it really has. Though given the trouble we've been having, maybe I shouldn't be surprised to see you. Lieutenant Gren, Sith forces have breached the module and are attempting to pen us up in the compound. Damn! Zeron, I need you and your men to break through and lead the assault. With pleasure, Lieutenant. All right, follow me.
How did this happen?
It came out of nowhere. A fleet of warships dropped out of hyperspace, and before we could scramble fighters to intercept them, we were under attack. There were Sith fighters everywhere, and the few flights we sent out were barely launched when the bombardment began. We did our best, but we couldn't stop the landing craft that followed the initial wave. We couldn't hold back the Sith troops. We chose to retreat and began the evacuation instead. Then there's also the fuel situation.
Right. No fuel from Peragus now. I know.
Because we don't have enough fuel, we won't be able to keep the station in orbit and operational and fight off the Sith at the same time. We'll try to make the best of what we have left, but it's going to be cutting it pretty close. The Sith numbers seem limitless. But we haven't lost all hope. We've heard reports that we might be receiving some assistance.
Have you heard word of any reinforcements?
A squad of troops sent by Queen Talia are currently trying to keep the Sith from sabotaging the station's fuel system.
Does this mean you won't be putting us into force cages again?
If you need to get to the Ravager, then you're going to have to fight your way to the shuttle from here to the entertainment module, then make your way to the docking shuttle. Good luck.
Just say the word.
Alright. Shut up. What happened? Should get off the station, Shoto. I will drive the Sith away. I'll be going now.
leave you for a time to gather my Mandalorian warriors. We will rejoin you when the time comes for the assault on the Ravager.
Watch your back.
Don't worry about me. I can handle myself just fine. Look after your own health.
All right, men. The Sith are trying to hold us up in this compound. We need to break through or our reinforcements won't be able to move out. Now let's punch a hole in this Sith barricade. If you want to get through to the eastern part of the module, you better get going.
So, we meet again. I hardly expected to see you again. Here of all places.
What are you doing here, Captain Riken?
Major, actually. And I have you to thank. Queen Talia saw fit to promote me for my service. When the TSF sent out a distress call, I gladly volunteered to lead a strike force.
Where's the rest of your force?
My troops have already gone ahead and infiltrated the urban module. From their last transmission, they're almost to the TSF station.
I'm headed there as well. Perhaps they will be able to join up with me.
It's a possibility, but right now, we need them to stop the Sith from sabotaging the fuel control systems.
Why is that?
If the Sith succeed, it won't matter what we do. Citadel Station won't be able to stay in orbit. At the moment, that seemed to be the most pressing need. The TSF do their jobs well, but they are not professional soldiers. They're not properly equipped to deal with this. My men have come under heavy attack in the urban module and taken some casualties. If they can't accomplish their mission, we'll be in some trouble.
I'm heading for the shuttle there.
In that case, if you find my men and they are in need of assistance, please help them.
I'll see what I can do. Why this whole map has to be blacked out? Alright, where am I? Medical unit. Thorium. Thorium compound. Skills. A little bump in my security. Injury. Powers. What's the last one? Oh, there we go.
Thank goodness you're here. We just can't seem to make any progress against the Sith line. After they established their position, they brought out their turrets. They've been devastating our numbers. We managed to take a few out, but they just keep unloading more of them to replace the destroyed ones. It's up to you to help us throw them back. We gotta get them cleared out of here, and then we're ready for one last charge.
Cover me.
All right. Everyone provide covering fire for the Jedi, then advance on the Sith positions. We'll be right behind you. Good luck.
For the Republic! Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing as well, Immortal. So did you see that the buffs and everything for the SMGs aren't actually in place yet? Oh, I said I was looking forward to playing tonight as well. You alright?
Well, I'm not dead. I guess that's something. I got hit by a grenade. I just barely missed the whole blast. Ugh.
Where are your squad mates?
They're moving ahead towards the TSF office. It's tough going, though. The Sith, they seem to be everywhere.
Looks bad, but you should be able to pull through.
Well, that's a relief. Of course, if we can't stop the Sith from destroying the fuel controls, it won't matter one bit.
Stay here. After we secure that station, we'll get you a medic.
No, I'm going with you. I'm not doing anyone any good here.
Alright then, let's go. It's, well, sort of in the arena. They set up a different area for testing, but none of the buffs to the SMGs have gone through yet, and they're only available in, I can't remember what it's called, some type of something. And then based on feedback, they'll make the final determination. I wonder if I can push him off. Oh no, because Force Wave took the place. Well, so many people are probably going to mess themselves over the changes that I doubt in any, or, you know, some of them might go through, but we'll see.
Everyone down!
Well, and you can play with them. It's a third-person mode. I can't remember what it's called. But there's a way to check it out. But actually, will this open?
We will join you in the assault. These rank-and-file soldiers will do you no good aboard the Ravager. Let we Mandalorians lead the charge into battle and to victory.
Let's go.
Kelborn, Zuka, you will be joining us.
You will not face this alone. I will go with you and be by your side.
Good. Stay close to me.
I would have it no other way.
And oh, she's got the rockets, which is nice, but I kind of like my handmaiden.
I'm here.
Come on, go get him.
This will
You stand no chance against me. anything to collect here. It's not. I wonder if I can heal that soldier. No. Stupid door glitch. Okay. Which way am I going here? I've cleared out this area. So I guess I need to push toward the Ravager. Let's do it, Mandalore.
Yeah, what do you want? Are your preparations complete?
Let's go.
Sir, Sith warship dead ahead of us. It's attacking Citadel Station.
Let's close the trap. Concentrate all fire on the warship and deploy red and blue wings to engage enemy fighters.
Sir, at this distance, our weapons will barely scratch it.
We can't hope to match its firepower, but we need to draw it away from Telos.
Sir, if it keeps firing on Citadel Station, the station won't be able to maintain its orbit.
I am aware of the situation, Lieutenant. I do not intend to lose Telos twice, and I know that ship. It was a Malachor 5.
Mandalore, we have breached the hull of the Sith vessel and are securing the area. The vessel has suffered extensive structural damage, but its particle fields still maintain a minimal atmosphere within the ship. And our cargo? It's being brought aboard. Soon, teams will be dispatched to the target sites. Do the Republic forces suspect? No, Mandalore. The proton cores do not emit a signature the Republic ships can detect. If they do pick up the signal, they will assume it to be emanating from the ship's missile bays. Did you get an ID signature on this vessel? You were right about the vessel, Mandalore. It is of Malachor. It still bears the wounds of Mandalorian guns. Then let's finish this. And remind the galaxy of Malachor 5.
What was that about?
Nothing you need to worry about, Sith.
You are coming with me.
Don't get all sentimental. I just don't trust you to get the job done. Been waiting for this for 10 years. It's just time to do things the old-fashioned way. Yeah?
Great, now I've got to worry about him betraying me. Let's do a hard save. Let's find Darth Alice on board and defeat him before you can consume Telos. Let's do it to it. Security door. XR Coons, light battle suit, okay. Whoops. Yeah.
You've reached one of the target sites. Place the proton core, prime it, then give the signal, Mandalore. Arming signal received, Mandalore. The proton core is active. We still need to set 3 more charges. Mandalore, we're holding our position, but the Sith appear to be offering little resistance. It's like they don't even realize we're here.
Hold your position. We'll set the rest of the charges. Don't know what any of that means. Well, in the sense of what they're really up to.
Yeah, what do you...
Whoa. Alright, let's do this. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Gearing up for a big fight. Big fight indeed. And oh wow. I'm now on PC. 20 contraband coupons, goes crazy for hitting a job. Nice. And is also cool. Right on. Could detonate if you tried. It would be best to leave it. Okay. I think I'm going to switch out my armor. Time is it? Okay, it's getting toward the end here. Oh, armor. Mandalorian assault armor. Pretty heavy duty. That's not bad either. Verpine. And it gives a dexterity bonus. Okay, might be that one then. Immunity to critical hits. Okay, so the Verpine alloy and fiber mesh are both pretty good. This, I take this stuff out. I'm going to go with the alloy mesh, I believe. Generation, dexterity, generation. That. That. Now let me take a look at it. Okay. Then my lightsaber should be maxed out. Yeah, there's nothing for me to take off these, I don't think. Yeah. I do need to switch out the armor, though. It's a little odd that it didn't. Let's see here. Okay, armor. Yeah. So only this stuff added. Nothing else. What about XR Coons? Alright. Oop, it's over here. Alright, we'll leave it alone for now.
A weakness is revealed.
This will teach you. Hey, buddy. Hello, I see you. What's up? Alright. I'll take a pause for the cause right here. It is that time. Not gonna see the end yet. The end will come tomorrow. It is now time to switch over to PUBG. So if you will give me just a minute here, please. I'll put on some tunes. Everything's switched over. Thank you very much for watching Knights of the Old Republic 2. If PUBG isn't your thing and you're going to bail, I completely understand. I certainly hope that you stick around, though. Let's see here. Music. What should we do? I do like my electronic. Just a minute here while I get everything switched.